Whispers of History. I am Jennifer. Let the 528 Hz frequency embrace you.
Chapter 2.
Whispers of
The
History.
Law of Reflection. The Ghosts of the Past and the Final Energetic Test. Imagine. Standing before a pool of water as still as a mirror. You see the blue sky, the rows of trees, and your own face clearly reflected upon it. But if you toss a stone into it, the surface will ripples, the reflection will distort, and the layers of mud at the bottom of the pool will be stirred up, rising to the surface. Your consciousness is exactly like that pool of water. And the law of reflection is the universe's second stress test. A phase where the ghosts of your past, unhealed wounds, and the darkest corners of your soul will simultaneously rise one last time. This is not a setback. It is the ultimate test to see if you have truly shed your old skin, or if you are still just the old version wearing a new cloak. The true nature of the law of reflection, the magic mirror of consciousness. Once you have navigated the initial frictions of Chapter 1, maintaining your composure in the face of external material disruptions, such as finances, career issues, or mechanical failures, the universe knows you have begun to cultivate inner strength. But the test does not stop there. The Level 2 trial will no longer target your external physical world. It will turn the arrow inward, striking directly at your internal landscape, your deepest psychological vulnerabilities, and the scars you thought had long been laid to rest. This world operates like a colossal mirror of reflection. As your consciousness is, so you will attract and perceive similar things in the external world. When you broadcast your vow to the universe, declaring, "I desire to become a free, loving, wealthy, and fearless version of myself," the universe will not instantly present you with a carpet of roses. The very first thing it executes is holding up a massive mirror directly in front of you, reflecting everything left inside you that does not yet align with the frequency of that wealth and freedom. This mirror does not lie. It will reflect the fragments of self-doubt, traumatized memories, fears of abandonment, fears of failure, and the toxic habits you have tolerated within yourself for many years. You cannot step into the timeline of a monarch when your consciousness still carries the mindset of a beggar, permanently terrified of lack. Therefore, the stress test known as the law of reflection manifests to help you see your true self, forcing you to confront what you have always sought to evade. 2. The architectural shapes of the ghosts of the past. Rising, this stress test usually manifests in highly subtle, familiar ways that are easiest to deceive us. The universe is a master dramatist. It knows precisely how to utilize the raw materials of your life to construct the testing environment. 1. The reappearance of toxic exes. You have spent months, perhaps even years, walking away from a toxic relationship. You cried your eyes dry and endured pain so acute you thought you could never stand again. After a long journey of dedicated healing, you feel peaceful and ready to open your heart to beautiful things. Yet, at the exact moment, you feel your frequency climbing to its zenith. Unexpectedly, late one evening, your phone screen lights up. It is a text message from your ex. They reappear with an exterior that seems apologetic, speaking sweet words, evoking beautiful memories of the past, or pretending to face hardships to beg for your assistance. This appearance is no coincidence, nor is it unfinished destiny in the ordinary sense. This is an energetic test. The universe is asking you, what is your level of self-worth right now? You claim to have healed, so when standing before this old trap, will you allow yourself to be wounded once again? 2. Colleagues or connections who once stabbed you in the back suddenly return. In your professional life, you may have been sabotaged, wrongfully blamed, or robbed of your hard work. You chose to leave to launch a new career. Just as your new career begins to show vibrant signs of flourishing, by some miraculous mechanism, you cross paths with them again. It could be in a joint venture, a social gathering, or they suddenly reach out to propose a business collaboration. At this moment, the flames of anger, resentment, and the urge for revenge within you are abruptly triggered. You feel your chest tighten as bitter memories flood back. This is the exact moment the universe is observing you. If you react with rage, leaping into arguments or seeking retaliation, you have officially fallen into their low-frequency trap. You have allowed them to drag you down from a high state of consciousness back into the mud of hatred. 3. The resurgence of old addictions and toxic habits. Addiction here is not narrow-minded. It is not limited to literal terms like alcohol or substance abuse. It includes psychological addictions. The addiction to staying up late watching mindless videos, compulsive shopping to fill an inner void, the addiction to people-pleasing at your own expense, or craving the sympathy of others. When you are moving perfectly along the path of self-discipline, suddenly one day you encounter a minor pressure and a whisper arises in your head. Just this once won't hurt. Indulge yourself tonight. Try again tomorrow. Old toxic habits are like withered roots anchored deep in the earth. Even if you have chopped down the tree trunk, the moment a downpour of pressure passes through, they still attempt to siphon energy to sprout. The universe wants to see if your commitment to your new version is grand enough to conquer these short-term temptations. 4. Childhood fears and intense insecurities. Returning to haunt you, there are nights when, for no specific reason, you are suddenly enveloped by a sense of absolute solitude, emptiness, and terror. The critical voices from your past, parents, teachers, or the mockery of childhood peers, suddenly echo vividly in your mind. You will never amount to anything. You are unworthy of love. You will always be a failure. The energy of those negative suggestions has been suppressed within your inner child for too long. As you elevate your frequency, the incoming light energy illuminates these dark corners, forcing them to reveal themselves. If you do not comprehend the law, you will assume you are falling into depression or regressing. But in reality, this is a purification process, identical to your body running a fever to expel toxic viruses. 4. Why has the universe designed this stress test? Have you ever wondered why the universe does not simply erase your past entirely so you can glide smoothly forward instead of constantly re-triggering old pain? There are 3 core energetic motives behind this design. 1. The authenticity test of metamorphosis, declaring I have changed, is exceptionally easy. When you sit in a quiet room, listening to meditation music with no disturbances, it is effortless to feel forgiving, holy, and bursting with love. But that is peace under ideal conditions, a peace that had never been tested. The universe demands a real-world stress test. It needs to place you back into the exact old context, facing the exact person who once shattered you, to observe your genuine reaction. If you have truly transformed, your energy will no longer resonate with their frequency. You will perceive them through a different lens, from a completely different posture. If you still fly into a rage or weep in bitterness, it proves your transformation has only reached the surface level theory, rather than saturating every cell of your consciousness. 2. Soul retrieval. Every time you experienced a past trauma that you chose to suppress, evade, or resent, you left a fragment of your energy behind at that moment. Spiritual science calls these soul fragments. When you forge ahead with a fractured soul lacking energetic volume, you cannot manifest absolute, radiant prosperity. The universe allows the ghosts of the past to rise to grant you the opportunity to face them once more, but through the consciousness of an awakened, mature being. This is your moment to return to the past, cradle the wounded inner child, forgive those who harmed you, and officially bid farewell to reclaim the energy that has been trapped for so long. You must gather all your fragments for your soul to become whole and powerful. 3. Cutting the karmic cord completely. Every toxic relationship or conflict in your life is connected by a karmic cord. This cord is nourished by the energy of resentment, anger, regret, or emotional dependency. As long as this cord remains uncut, you will be bound and pulled backward into the old timeline. The law of reflection appears as a final opportunity for you to utilize the scissors of awareness to sever this cord. When the X reappears and you choose non-reaction and non-resentment, the karmic cord automatically dissolves because there is no negative energy left to sustain it. You are officially free. 5. The energetic key to overcoming the law of reflection. Conquering this stress test does not demand that you steel yourself for warfare or execute something grand. On the contrary, the secret to victory lies within 2 words: stillness and release. Remember and practice these energetic transformation steps each time you perceive the ghosts of the past rising. Step 1. Identify and name the test. Recognition. The split second you receive a text from an ex, or when an insecurity suddenly floods back. Do not let your first reaction be swept into that emotion. Take a step back within your consciousness. Embody the role of the observer. Declare to yourself, I recognize this. This is the universe's law of reflection. This is my level 2 test. The universe is simply testing my reaction. The exact moment you name the test, you detach yourself from the emotional game. The test instantly loses 50% of its power to manipulate you because you are no longer a passive victim. You have become the exam proctor. Step 2. Silent refusal. What is a silent refusal? Many assume that to reject an ex, they must write a long message to curse them, explain or warn them not to disturb again. But under an energetic lens, when you dedicate time to compose such a lengthy text, even filled with angry words, you are still broadcasting a massive volume of your energy toward them. You are still nourishing that cord of connection. The most powerful resistance is absolute silence, or an exceptionally brief, polite, yet ice-cold refusal. Close the account, block the phone number, offer no explanation, and engage in no arguments. You possess no obligation to educate or alter anyone. Your energy now is a priceless asset. You allocate it solely to construct the future, never to justify the past. Step 3. Cradle the inner child with self-compassion. If the trials are feelings of terror, insecurity, or sorrowful childhood memories flooding back, you absolutely must not reject or be angry with yourself. Never ask, why have I studied meditation for so long yet remain this weak? That judgment only deepens the wound. Instead, place your hand upon your heart. Close your eyes, breathe with the 528 Hz frequency, and whisper to yourself, I see your fear. I know you have endured this for so long, but I am here now. You are safe. We have grown up and no one can wound us anymore. Allow that pain to rise, to weep, and to be released outward through breath or tears. Let your pure, loving energy cradle and transmute it. Step 4. Acknowledge with a gentle nod and step forward, moving forward. Observe the ghosts of the past and those disruptive events as if they are dark clouds in the sky. Dark clouds may arrive, obscuring the sun for a fleeting moment, but dark clouds are not the sky. The dark clouds will ultimately disperse, yielding to a crystalline expanse. You only need to offer a gentle nod, smile to thank the universe for presenting a profound lesson, then turn your back and continue focusing on your current work, upgrading yourself, and practicing gratitude. Do not look back. As you walk with unshakable stability, the low-frequency energies behind you will automatically fall away and completely vanish from your world. 6. The 528 Hz frequency and the transmutation of inherited trauma DNA. While you are listening to these words shared by Jennifer, the 528 Hz sound waves are silently permeating every energy center, chakra, across your body. Quantum science has proven that traumatic experiences from the past are not merely stored within your memory. They leave biological tracks, error codes within the DNA structure of your cells. This is why your intellect sometimes claims you have forgotten. Yet when encountering the old environment, Your body shudders, your heart accelerates, and your chest constricts. This is the automated reflex of cells storing fear energy. The 528 Hz frequency, also known as the miracle frequency or the transformation frequency, possesses the capacity to resonate deeply with the water molecules in your body and the geometric structure of DNA. These pure vibrations operate as a sweeping wave, gently stripping away negative energy scaling and frozen traumatic memories embedded within your cellular tissues. When you pair an intellectual comprehension of the law of reflection with allowing the 528 Hz frequency to soothe your biological vessel, the healing process accelerates multiple times over. You will feel your chest lighten, your breath deepen, and a sense of profound, immovable peace establish itself from deep within. You no longer feel terror when contemplating the past. The past at this point is merely a history book that has been closed, retaining zero authority to define the person you are today. 7. Signs that you have passed the level 2 test. How do you know that you have truly conquered the law of reflection and the universe has signed your approval order? There are highly distinct signs in your real life. Sacred indifference. You see the ex or those who once treated you poorly, yet your heart does not race, and your inner world remains rippleless. You do not hate them, nor do you love them. You view them identical to watching a stranger pass by on the street. This indifference is the supreme manifestation of severing the karmic cord. Gratitude for adversity. You look back at all the wounds and betrayals of the past